What up, YouTube Digital? Damn, I might have to make a separate channel for fish. Sorry, I gotta do something real quick with a bandage that I just had fall off. But, I want to talk about my tank and a couple issues that I'm having with it. And one of them is with my actual live rock. And, basically, I'm having an issue where, and I'm going to show one of them, where this guy here had, when I got him, he had kind of a dark green kind of seaweed dried on him. And it wasn't, I'm going to turn on the, this is just a couple blue LEDs. I'm going to turn on a regular light. Now, this one had a lot of little, small, green-haired algae. But from here, this area here, one crab ate up in like a couple days. And he's actually hiding right there. He's yep. See, he's waving hello. His brother is right there. Those guys are little eating machines. But they have eaten most of this, and they continue to feed on it. And now this is what I'm concerned about. Ah, wow, better picture. Now that green was never really, it's kind of flopping around right now because I was just striking the rock. The green was like kind of like a dried on seaweed. It's very dark, very old looking. I mean, it's basically like somebody had it in a tank, it grew, they took it out of the tank, and whatever. And now I had that snail right there was actually up on here for a few days, and now a lot of white is going on up in this deal. Now, I just took my little multi-tool wand diddly-do thing that they Petco sells as a little rake, and you can switch out to the scraper and all that other stuff. Well, I just took it by itself, and I kind of was poking at the white to see if it was soft like an algae or if it was actually hard like calcium, and it's hard. And I kind of flaked away some of the green, and it was white. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Now, there are other places on this tank that I'm starting to see this. Now, again, these are all hard. The spots on this one are kind of new. And I'm not really sure what's going on with this one. But you can see on this rock up here, there's one right in the middle. Then up here on this one, there's some, here and there. Now, God, guys, some of these fish just like to be in the camera, I swear. This one is starting to have some too, a little bit. Not much. Now, I do have a lot of little feeders, like there's one of my baby blue leg. There's another one back there. There's a snail. I have 2 emerald crabs. I had a total of 3 red legs and 3 blue legs. Here's another blue leg. And I believe, well, there's 3. I have an old red leg. Is actually I think what you call a scarlet or whatever. He's been around for enough where his like shell is actually purple. But see, like this one has it too. And oh, let me turn the light again to blue. They're wanting some food. You can see that how, you know, reflective it is. And I'm not sure exactly what is causing it. To me, it looks like calcium. Now, I don't have a way to test calcium right this second because I doesn't have it in my test kit. Now, I will say that I do test regularly because I had an issue with pH and I had an issue with ammonia and stuff like that. So I've been on top of it. Chemical wise, the water is from Petco. It's their bag in a box, pre-mixed. Here you go. $11 for 5 gallons stuff. To start off, I did not want to make any mistakes, so I just bought theirs, even though it's expensive as hell. There are 2 bags of live sand. Oh, there's another blue leg, I forget, or red leg, right there. There's about, and I'm going off of Petco size, I don't know how much in weight. I probably got about 20 pounds, maybe a little bit more in live rock. All of it was supposed to be acclimated. The middle piece I don't think was as much as the others. So really, only chemicals that I've used was one dose of stress time, and it was a dose for a 10-gallon. Even though I got a lot more water than that, I'm almost this 29-gallon tank, so I got about 24-ish, 25-ish, somewhere in there, 23-ish gallons of water. It was only a dose that came with the testing kit, and it was for 10 gallons, and it helped. It helped out a lot, actually. It saved that damsel that's an asshole up there, the yellowtail one that picks on people. None of the fish have shown any signs of ick or any of that. The ones I have had a few deaths. Those ones were 2 of them were my 2 original damsels, and I do think they were sick. They did not have ick, I really checked them out after I pulled them out of the tank because I know how devastating that can get. And I don't think they had ick. They had something else. My tank at that time was perfect as far as pH, ammonia, all that shit was right on the money. So I think the first one died, and then 2 days later the second one died. But I still got these 2 chromies that were in the same batch. One of the crabs I have, the emerald crabs that I have, was from the same batch that day. There's 3 other things that I had bought that day that are all still alive. The other 2 fish that died obviously were attacked, and one was a baby, or one of the smaller chromies, and one was a blue damsel. So, I haven't had anything really bad happen, except for the ammonia did spike, which of course turned into night. Oh, that's kind of weird. What the hell is that? One red little weird. I don't know. No, it's that one little red thing right about there. That's weird. What the hell is that? Odd. I did have one, the spike, and then I used stress time. I'm testing. My ammonia is back down to here now. I'm here and here. pH is fine. Now, the local expert told me to use these two chemicals, which, and I think that's what's causing this. And I'm not sure if that's the case or not. In this rocks deal, I do know that it is below the seaweed that was dried on it. I do know that. But on these rest of these rocks, this has slowly been, just coming here and there and stuff like that. And again, all hard, no hairs, no spores, no anything else. So I'm not sure if it's just this chemical here grabbing a hold of the live rock and sticking to it, and becoming calcium deposits. Because I know, which one is it? This one here, you can see, or you can hear, it's really gritty when you open it up, because there's like extra crap always on it. It's almost like salt. I always have to keep cleaning it off. Now, I use this very sparingly. I do not do a full dose that it recommends. It recommends 1 milliliter per 6.5 gallons. I am doing maybe half of that. It says 1 to 2 days. I'm doing like 3 to 4 days. I am not overdoing it. So I'm not sure if people have had issues with this, if this is related or not. If you know, that would be awesome, because I'm kind of stumped here. As far as lighting, I'm pretty regular at rotating. The LEDs are not that bright. I mean, they're bright enough, but they're not overly bright. Everything in this tank now, since I fixed this little issue over here, everything seems to be, thriving really well. And I will be switching out the filter system to something else here very shortly. Maybe a Tom's Rapid or whatever, because I'm not drilling this tank and I don't have a sump, and I don't want a I think Tom's would be the safest bet for where I'm at right now. And so I will be getting one of those very shortly. But everything else is fine. So yeah. Any help would be great. And again, let me go in there and put this up here. What kind of scared me was this little piece down here, because it kind of looked weird. It looked kind of, mushroomy, algae, whatever. So I double checked it, and that's when I figured out all this stuff is hard. So, yeah. Cool. Peace.